Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the next episode of the 100. Last episode we watched was episode 2, and that was called, first one was Echo, second one was Heavy Lies the Crown, and that focused on a lot of big decisions by people and how they decided to play things going forward. For example, Clark chose not to tell a lot of people the full truth about the threat that's coming in. She told elements of it to help people keep going on and keep working, but she didn't tell the full truth. Bellamy chose to blow up that water hydro power thing they needed to help people survive in the Ark, because there's a plan which I'll get to in a second, but use that to save some other people from there. I guess there's benefits to both in the sense that, yes, we've got more people now, but we also have more people to help us work, whilst more people with less resources. So we also had Octavia becoming like an assassin, essentially. I'm intrigued to see whether that storyline continues. It she has that whole kind of Arya Stark sort of storyline where she starts taking people out. I'll be excited to see whether that continues or whether that was a one-off. But yeah, there's quite a lot happened last episode, so I'm excited to jump into this one. The season so far is just, it's a lot. I don't really know where it's going. I have no idea. So this episode is called The Four Horsemen. Now, obviously, the Four Horsemen are the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Goes without saying. What that means for the 100, I don't know. Whether a threat comes forward that's 4 people, whether we have 4 main figures that are like Clark, Octavia, someone, and they're leading all the storylines. I don't really know, so let's jump into the episode, because I have no idea what's going on. I'm a little bit hyper today. It's quite warm outside. I've got a lovely fruity energy drink, so let's go. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know down below in the comments what you thought of Season 4, Episode 3. And there's a Patreon link down below if you want to take a look at the full reaction to this episode, as well as the next 3 or 4 episodes, I think, ahead on Patreon if you're watching this over on YouTube. Let's jump into Season 4, Episode 3, The Four Horsemen. Oh, I read an interesting thing online as well, because I was looking at Episode 2. Apparently there's a scene at the beginning with Ali appearing to that guy and his mum dying, and his brother dying, I think. It was meant to be at the start of Episode 1, but they moved it to 2 for pacing reasons. Just an interesting little fact that I read up on.
Besides, once we close those doors, it'll be 1 meal a day for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Try 1 meal every other day. Hunting parties are coming back.
5 years though. It's a long time to stay in such a small place.
Never, but still not enough. Without a way to make water, growing our own protein like we did in the Ark is not an option.
Remember that when we're starving.
Well, I won't be starving, because I won't be inside.
What?
Yes, you will. Does that mean you made the list? No.
Oh,
What about drinking
there's going to be a
water?
list. Oh, God.
We need to know who's going to be on the inside of these stores when the radiation comes.
What happened to them?
The sickness. We lost more than 40 on the way. Luna?
Is that Luna?
Please don't turn us away because of what it did to you.
Of course it wouldn't. It'd be stupid to turn her away. She did what was best for her people. And can you blame her? No. She was really different. I think because her hair was a lot crazier last time.
It's ARS.
What's ARS?
Acute radiation sickness.
Can you sort that though? Is there a way to cure that? Or is it just, we'll take away your
When do the
pain?
symptoms start? I'm not sure. Right before the fish start dying. The fish are dying?
Floating on the sea to the horizon. In every
God.
direction.
It's not contagious. Let's get them to Med Bay.
This scares me. How is there 4 more seasons, including this one? How is the world not about to end? I don't understand. Don't tell me, don't spoil it. But it's just because people are already starting to die, and it's still months away from being unlivable. What's the word I'm looking for? I just don't understand how this continues. But in a good way. I'm excited to see what solutions they come up with.
We should speak alone.
Still reminds me of Lara Croft.
If you can't trust Indra, you can't trust me.
Smart. I would trust Indra in my life.
The flame's been stolen.
Where do I start?
Whoever did this got in and out of the tower without being seen. In order to risk that, she'd have to care more about the flame than her own life.
She.
The new Flamekeeper.
Perhaps you should look closer to home. You're not exactly beloved.
My people want an Ice Nation king.
It's
The
fair.
ambassadors don't.
The ambassadors are cowards who know I'd have their heads.
Come on, Octavia, go kick some booty. I like that jacket,
I'll
girl.
handle it.
That's awesome.
What's wrong? I created a killer. In the street they're calling her a Sky Ripper.
Sky Ripper.
From above.
I'm so proud.
You should be.
Is she?
Kill to prevent thousands. It's good politics.
She doesn't look proud.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go to Arcadia.
What? Why?
I'm a better thief than I am a hunter.
I'll come with you.
No. I'll draw less attention alone.
People will still be suspicious though, surely. You disappeared from police. You've rocked up at Arcadia on your own.
Feast.
Okay.
I do like Murphy though.
What exactly did the test show?
Hey, it's Ben.
Is acute. Without treatment, there's little to no chance of recovery. It looks like the radiation is internal, ingested from a radiated fish.
You think I deserve this for refusing the flame?
No, not at all.
No one deserves to suffer. Besides, this would have happened anyway. Hallie said we had 6 months.
We don't. Well, then how long do we have?
It's hard to say.
Till the season finale.
Radiation is dispersed by jet stream and carried by ocean currents, so it's not an exact science, but the leading indicators are small species die-offs, fish,
Right.
insects. Based on the new data, I'd say we have 2 months of survivability.
That's a
Maybe
big
less.
difference.
The Ark won't be ready.
Can't tell people what they're up against.
If we triple the man hours and work around the clock, we should be able to achieve a hard seal before the black rain comes. You asked me to be in charge of rationing, and I am doing it. But choosing who gets to live or die is your specialty.
Brutal. But she's right.
No one's scheduled to take the rover.
There might be a fallout shelter less than a day's drive from here. A fallout shelter built to sustain thousands.
We've been through the Chancellor's files. All the bunkers you
Fallout
considered
shelter.
for the 100 were listed as compromised or unviable. And now Mount Weather is 2.
Those were government bunkers.
Okay.
Doomsday called?
That's right. The second dawn.
They built a bunker.
Might still be in
The
there
option
though.
was based on writing out the end of the world.
And why didn't you consider it?
We couldn't prove it existed
So why are you considering it now?
because before now, we didn't need it.
We don't need more cults. We had a cult last season, practically.
Remind Clark what happened the last time Jaha went looking for salvation.
Maybe if that bunker is real, we can save a lot more than 100 people.
And if it's not, we've lost another day.
Hey, look, if it's not, I'll make the list.
You should make it anyway. Stupid. Horsemen. The cult.
Hear me as I say it this time. The end is coming. I know you're afraid, but it doesn't have to be like this. There is a way out of the darkness. I can show it to you. You can be saved.
I think they're going to still be down there.
Join me.
Maybe he will be and some other people because we need a new threat post
Ashes we will rise.
apocalypse.
You ran off with your girlfriend.
You jealous, man?
Hey,
There's enough for me to
you.
go around. Of course,
be a
Brian probably kicked my
girlfriend.
ass, so.
You here to
No
say, John?
way, no way.
Till something better comes along, yeah.
Miller, he's so pretty. Miller needs a new boyfriend. Hey, you. I could be your boyfriend. I'm better than that other one.
That's a quarter of our supply, Abby. A supply that has to last us for 5 years on an irradiated planet. We're gonna need every one of those pills, and you know it.
You're right. We put you in charge of the supplies.
It's your call.
It's not worth the risk, I'm
You
sorry.
can't. Because Stilactivine needs to be used within 24 hours of exposure.
But it doesn't mean it won't work. We have to try.
Can you take that risk, though?
There's a child in there with them. At least give me enough for her.
I'm sorry, but we can't waste our supply.
Where did you... Never mind.
I didn't know how many you needed, so I took it all. What are you waiting for? Go. Be doctors.
Give it to the child first. And if it works, you give it to the others.
Come through, Ben. If you're watching this channel and you don't know why I'm calling him Ben, just watch the reactions.
And his father got floated for stealing medicine to save him.
It's true.
Who knew he had it in him?
Hello. I love your hair. Was she a Nightblood? She wants to become.
Flamekeeper.
No.
This is a sacred space. Leave before you get hurt.
Give me the flame. It does not belong to you or your red-blooded king. I can't let you leave with it. You don't have a choice.
Hey. Put way too many noises in then.
I know it well.
Put down the sword, Octavia.
She has the flame.
She's my daughter.
Oh.
I'm a flamekeeper.
I'm honoring my faith. A faith you once believed in.
Don't you question my devotion.
A devoted follower would die before giving the flame to an unworthy king.
My daughter was meant to lead our people.
Looks like you found that daughter now.
Rowan sent me here to kill you. If I don't come back with the flame, he will send others.
If the spirit of the commanders deems it my time, then so be it.
I don't like this dynamic.
Tell me what you want me to do here.
Okay.
Please, not attack. That's the spirit of the commanders.
Well,
Please, Elian.
fell for that pretty quickly. I mean, if I'm right in thinking what I'm thinking, that was the thing on her necklace, right? And they gave her the figure. Pretty sure.
Sorry about your necklace.
Yeah, I thought so. Whoa, that was right for a change.
It was a good plan.
It's so hard to guess with this show what's coming, so it's nice to finally get something right for a change.
Rowan will still want her head.
Not if he doesn't think it was her. We only wasted one dose.
I don't like it. It's easy to say, don't give them pills and let them die when you're not facing it, you know? Or actually seeing it in person, it does change your brain. Even if the situation hasn't actually changed, but I still think the right thing to do is not give them pills. Sorry to say.
Still blaming yourself for killing that army. You made mistakes, it's true. But your intentions were pure. Every choice you made to save your people. You've been shooting me. Twice. How many people do you have to save before you forgive yourself?
Over here.
It's really ironic that he said that line, because the storyline, at least where I'm at recording of 911 season 1, there's a similar storyline going on in that show as well about saving people to atone for something you felt like you've done wrong. And how many does it take? Oh, that massive cobweb. Oh. Got chills then. Oh.
This can't be.
What? What?
It wasn't sealed. The radiation would have killed them in days. This won't save anyone.
Well, shit.
He was one of the looters. You were wrong about the Flamekeeper.
And the flame.
Destroyed. Before I could kill him. People fell in line behind the flame. Another fell in line behind the sword.
Let's hope Clark finds a way to save us before they have to.
Yeah.
Looks Looks like we may need my people after all. There's a storm coming. When it hits, we need to be on the right side of that door.
So, we make ourselves useful.
Yeah, exactly.
Make yourself not expendable.
Alright, start working on Abby. Come on.
She's got nice handwriting. Compared to mine anyway.
If I'm on that list, you're on that list.
I can't.
Write it down. Write it down, or I will.
You also need to think about things like procreation. If you're potentially the last 100 people on Earth. It's a lot of responsibility to though have.
Get some sleep.
To though have. I can't even talk today. To like be the one that decides what people survive and what people die. Potentially the last people on Earth. Minus people who are going to be hidden around various different places. So I wonder how long it's going to be before that list comes out. Maybe someone finds it, exposes the whole story.
Luna?
Hello? You look okay.
Her body's rejecting the radiation on its own.
Okay, good.
Here. Please, sit down. There's one thing that separates Luna from the others.
The Nightblood. Oh.
From the ashes we will rise.
Wow. Next one's taken off. Okay, that was my reaction to Season 4, Episode 3 of The 100, The Four Horsemen. And we've got more twists and turns. I expect that's just The 100 overall, is that it's constantly going to be changing my expectations, catching me off guard. And I'm really enjoying it. So The Four Horsemen itself, like the title of the episode, that storyline felt odd. Because, okay, we have some hope. There's possibly this bunker somewhere which has rid of thousands of people. It was designed to survive the apocalypse. And you can see a fly flying around. It's got in the house somehow. And it's annoying me because I can't get rid of it. But anyway, it had hope for this bunker. So I thought, well, they're not going to waste one episode of a 13-episode season going after this bunker that there's no point to it. It's going to have no use. But that's what it turned out to be. The bunker wasn't sealed enough. Everyone had died. And so at least as it stands right now, there was no benefit to go into that bunker. There was no point to it. It was just like we went there, it wasn't suitable, we're back home now. And so, because what I thought would happen was there'd be people there still, people or generations that have survived over the years that are fully like into that Four Horsemen cult. And that would be like a potential way to move forward, a potential new threat in the future. New characters can be introduced and just a whole new location to survive the coming apocalypse. But obviously we've now learned that Nightbloods can survive the radiation. But obviously that's basic radiation. But I don't know if Nightblood would be able to survive the blast. Like we saw at the end of episode 1 that nuclear blast thing. I don't think a Nightblood would be able to survive that. Obviously we're going to delve into it in the next few episodes. But it hints that they can survive this nuclear thing. But surviving some radiation, basic levels of radiation, surviving a nuclear, mushroom cloud or whatever is a totally different thing. So I'm intrigued to see where that's going. It's interesting, it's exciting. It's good to see Luna again, even if it wasn't quite a sad state up till the final few moments. I liked seeing her. I like her character, and it's good that she was saying, please don't tell me away for what I did to you. But as I said at the time, what Luna did, I still fully believe was the right thing to do. She turned them away because it wasn't her fight to have. And just because she was a Nightblood, it doesn't mean she had to get involved. But that again, Clark's a Nightblood now, right? Because she had the blood transfusion with Amori Ontari. Yeah, because Amori's the one that's with Murphy. So is Clark, able to get over this radiation? I do want to know where that goes. I'm really looking forward to it because we've got these very different avenues of how to save people, and they're all getting ticked off one by one as not usable. So the bunker with the 4 horsemen is not usable. There was the water thing last episode, which could have saved more people. They got rid of that. This episode, they got rid of only 1 dose of the radiation medicine. Luckily, it was just 1 dose. And that's what was really interesting. That it had like Raven be this like, not, how do I word it? What to me is a voice of reason and making the tough decisions that other people are not making. And yet it's hard decisions. Let a child die. Obviously, they chose to help her, and it didn't work. Just the fact that Raven's the one that's like, no medicine, can't spare any, let them die. It's awful, but this is what we've got to do. You've got to make a list. Decide a list or dies. I want her to be in charge because she seems, at least at this moment in time, more level-headed one that's willing to make these tough calls. And not everyone's going to agree with her decisions for sure, but in the sort of situation we're in, where it's not a year away, 6 months away anymore, it's 2 months away before we have to find a way to survive what's coming. 2 months. 2 months is nothing. Christ, I've been stuck in my house for the best part of, well, it was about best part of a year, but at this point, it's been 16 months since the start of the pandemic, and I'm still working from home multiple times at home, so 2 months is literally nothing to fix the ark, contain the ark, decide who lives or dies, because it's going to be one of those situations where, yeah, you got this name of 100 people, you've then got to work out, how do I get these in the ship, get everyone else out of the ship without weapons, without a way to fight back. There's a lot to take in 2 months is no time at all, so that's why I think that something's going to happen that's going to change the game, which might be this whole Nightblood radiation thing. Can more people survive with blood transfusions? What does that mean, though, when the radiation levels get really high? A little bit, fair enough, but I liked Murphy's part to play in this episode. I like the fact that he stole the food for him and Amori, but obviously overheard Abby and Raven talking about the end of the world. He stole the medicines to give to Abby. But when he did it, I was like, why is he helping them? Is it just out of the goodness of his heart? Does he just want to help people, save a child's life? I think elements of that are probably true, but more importantly, what is true is what we saw at the end when he spots Amori. He was like, I tried to get Abby on my side. I'm starting to get Abby on my side. We need to get there. We need to get on that list and survive. And so part of why he really stole the medicine to help people is so that people look favourably on Murphy compared to what they used to do. Because right now, as it stands, you choose 100 people to survive. Murphy's not on that list, let's be honest. It would be for me because he's pretty. No, it wouldn't. But I think practically he probably wouldn't be. But he's got to try and make them invaluable. It's like in a job. If you're in a job and you know they're going to start getting rid of people, you've got to find ways that you're invaluable to that company. Find little things that you can do that no one else can do so that they can't get rid of you. And so it's interesting that they're going down that route with Murphy and Amori. I still don't know how I feel about their relationship. Like, it's fine. I liked it at the beginning when they were all flirting and cute, and I really was rooting for them. But I think because they spent so long apart and then they're together again, I don't know. It's not that I don't like it, I just don't have a feeling on it either way. I didn't really like him with Ontari. Obviously, he was more of a slave, I suppose, like a sex slave. But with Amori, I want to spend more time with them, get to know them a bit better before I can really make a judgment on how I feel about that. We met Indra's daughter, Gaia, and there was some really fun, dramatic kind of comparisons with Gaia, who obviously Indra's daughter, chose to go down a route Indra wasn't happy with. She was a flamekeeper. Indra wanted to stay and lead some armies. But then she said the whole, like, well, you got the daughter that you wanted now, like, looked at Octavia. Like, it is kind of like a daughtery mentor position that Octavia's in, that she's become that person that Indra was training her to be. Now, there's still also the fact that Indra doesn't seem overly happy with Octavia's current storyline. Like, she said, I'm proud of her, but there was something in her eye that's kind of looked concerned about, yeah, I do like the fact that she's a badass. She can handle herself. She can make tough calls. She's helping save the polis, whatever, from, more clashes against the king. But there was also that look of, am I okay with what she's doing? I don't know. Which I can understand. She is murdering people, assassinating people. I'm thoroughly excited to see where that goes, because she could go really badass. She can make some bad decisions. She can be told to kill someone. It actually turns out that person was innocent, but she's followed orders as an assassin. I don't know where it's going, but I'm looking forward to seeing, because I love Octavia and Indra, and I actually really like Gaia. There's something about her that I like how she holds herself. She's very much, this is what I wanted to do. I don't regret leaving. I got my path. I followed it. I'm a flamekeeper. You just need to understand that. But I want to see more of her, hopefully, in the season, to see where that goes. Jar had some good stuff to do this episode. It was nice to see him kind of talk to people about, like, Bellamy, about leadership and things like that. Again, he's not had a lot to do this season as of yet. He's just kind of there. He's not doing anything offensive to annoy me. He's not doing anything that I love, like hero behaviour. So he's just kind of there at the moment. I hope they give him more exciting things to do one way or another. But I'd be interested to know who is on that list. If we could sit down with that list and have a look at 100 names, what I'd love to know is how many people that we know are on that list. If I had to guess, I would say Raven's a definite because she's kind of invaluable. Abby, Ben / Eric, possibly Monty and Harper, because even though she's trying to make a tough decision, Clark's emotions are going to come into it. She's going to try and save people that she loves, like Bellamy. But that list is either going to come out, someone's going to find it, it's going to come out, and it's going to cause chaos because people are like, what are these 100 people? And also, why am I not on that list when they find out what it's about? Or the 100's going to do what it does so well, and that list comes out because they actually have to do it. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited for the next episode to see what comes in the next season. We've got, 10 episodes left already? Because it's such a short season. I kind of love it because it means the pace is just go, go, go. I'm excited. I said it 100 times now, but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. So let me know down below what you thought of Season 4, Episode 3, The Four Horsemen, and if you're enjoying the season and the reactions so far. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. It really does help me out, as well as taking a look at the Patreon link down below. And just leave some comments and just let me know what you think. As always, my name is Scott. I hope you guys are well, taking care of yourselves and staying safe. If you enjoyed it, like I say, leave some comments, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all very soon for Episode 4 of Season 4 of the 100. Bye guys, stay safe, and I'll see you very soon.